So today I'm gonna write some tests. First, we will look into the code base and see where the tests fit. And then, yeah, I would write some if you find the right place. And yeah, basically, the last stream I struggled with getting the LSP to start, the Roslyn LSP, but off stream I looked a little bit deeper into that and discovered that I had issues with different .NET SDKs that I had installed on the system, and when I fixed those issues, it basically started working. The only thing that did not work is to autocomplete. So I see different other features popping up. So it's communicating with the LSP, and I see that it kind of works. See also logs, but the auto completion didn't work, and I'm not sure if this is because I did something wrong, or maybe because it's of the new completion plugin, which is in alpha, so no blaming there. This Blink CMP or Neovim. It's a really nice new plugin, but I'm not sure if maybe there's a bug in there, or just that I configured the LSP server wrong, because you can pass multiple options to the Roslyn LSP and how it should behave and which features do you want to activate. And I'm not sure if this is one of the features I didn't activate, or yeah, just not sure where the issue currently is, but it starts and it kind of works partially. So then let's see, we are in a toolbox, we got the Roslyn here, and let's just start the terminal. We will open up a new terminal here. And let's open up a test project here. And yeah, I wrote some small function here to manually start the Roslyn server. And if I start it here, right, it should work. .NET. Right? Oh no, actually I have to go to source and then language server, right? Microsoft code analysis, language server, and here language server. I think it's here. Or was it here? Yeah, it's that was here. So we build it. Do I have to rebuild it completely? Well, let's try to build the whole thing. MS Build Workload SDK Resolver. That didn't sound right. The last time I checked that, it worked, so maybe just try it out here. And we go to a program CS like that, right? And start the server. And then you see already here. I'm not sure how this feature was called. But yeah, you see here that it shows stuff from the LSP. But like completion is not really working. So now I'm not sure. There's some things here, but I also don't get the right icons. That's why I think that the completion did not work. No, it works partially, I'm not sure. So this should be marked here as a method, right? But it's only shown as text, so also I don't get any quick help here, documentation. But I'm also not sure how feature rich it's the LSP currently is. The only thing I saw, so here and the other plugin was Roslyn. Here I saw that it should work. Completion. This seems like it should work. And then again, I saw that you can just enable and disable stuff here. And I passed most of them with a true, so this should work. Maybe I just rebuild it. Oh, we failed. 1 error and 26 warnings. 1 error is on the unit test error. Could not resolve SDK. Windows test example. One of the probing messages below indicates why we could not resolve the SDK. NuGet SDK resolve did not resolve the SDK because there was no version specified in the project or global JSON. Did I change there something? No, don't think so, right? So global JSON. So it is defined there. Let's switch git switch main and pull. Maybe it's already up to date. This is in here, and what was it stating here? Windows desktop. result is Windows desktop. So I guess there are more things in there, so maybe we just build the language server and then that should fine then. So see like this. So I can nothing build here because there is no solution file. And we have to go into the analysis. That's how I built it the last time also. So just wanted to discover if there is something I missed maybe previously. So if we build this, this should work. Yeah, and also maybe we can run the test. Okay. So then I guess for the tests we have to go into this other directory here. Unit tests. There we have also this framework unit tests, protocol tests, test utilities, protocol unit tests. I think the right one would be this Microsoft Code Analysis unit tests. Test composition, there is no argument given that corresponds to the required parameters. So, okay, so we have to fix this one, I guess. So, test composition. Create export provider async. So what if we just try to run the LSP server here and see what it can suggest here. Server pipe, so cannot suggest that much. Cannot go to definitions. Maybe the setup is also not that good. I'm not sure how it plays with the other settings from my side. But yeah, we will eventually find out. Server pipe name, I called it. server pipeline. What does it do here? We create the server configuration. Create export provider. DevKit extension subdirectory. Build places DevKit files to this subdirectory. Build places DevKit files to this directory. Okay. DevKit assembly file name. DevKit extension path. Git dependency path. So are there more things in there? We have a readme. Okay. Language. This file is folder defines C# types for LSP protocol definition and custom VS LSP protocol definitions. And intermediate properties. I think that's not what I'm searching for. Language server, right, readme. This is in the protocol, common language server protocol. Was created to ease the creation of and maintenance of language server. A note on support: currently CLRSP is not recommended or supported for use outside of specific teams projects. We hope to make it more broadly available, I guess. To get started with CLSP, you may follow the following steps. LSP logger, LSP services, abstract language server, initialize construct. Stuff like that. Request context factory, mutate solution state, handle notification async. More complex examples. The Razor, the Roslyn, the Razor. So there are multiple language servers. We have Roslyn. We have Razor. Is the original implementer language server protocol. Then a bunch of other here. And we don't have more readme. Razor has simpler requirements than Roslyn in some ways, such as LSP services, but relies on multiple other language servers, C#, HTML for information on its contained languages. Also, you have to run multiple of them. Roslyn and Razor are designed to be run in parallel. That's how I read it currently. It's just see. No, cannot open it up. I think I didn't set up XDG open. We can still copy it from here, right? And just see what this is all about. Razor. This repository is open source implementation of Razor experience in ASP.NET Core. It contains the compiler and IDE tooling for working with Razor ASP.NET Core apps using Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code. Okay, yeah, but let's stay here. Simple example implementation. And this is Roslyn. In Roslyn 3 main source features. Do we have features here? Features. Web server. So wait, I don't see the path here. Source features language server. Okay, they moved it. Subtest, core portable, diagnostic test utilities, LSF test utilities. Editor features. Roslyn deployment. This is all about library. So maybe for the completion I have to build something else too, not only the language server itself, maybe some other extensions or something. Yeah, let's maybe focus on the tests. Rerun them. So create absolute URI. Invalid URI, the URI is empty. File changed context. But wait, I switched here to oh, I had now I get it. Okay, I had to merge the upstream actually into my main branch, because I only cloned the master branch. So Roslyn yeah, 371 commits behind the sync fork update branch. Now let's flash this one and all the changes. Takes quite a while. I guess it pulls more than only the main branch. Somehow. Oh, there's Discord. IDE features. There is now IntelliSense completion for preprocessor symbols. Solution Explorer now displays them. What they mean with IDE? Is this Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code? API design. Still pulling, right? If source was a relative symlink, we need to resolve it relative to the path where the symlink file was located. Build this hub. Measure pipelines. Integration scouting. Integration LSP. So maybe I get here more info on what I need to do to get the full LSP built. If I missed something. Test integration helix. Separate pipeline from normal integration is set to allow branches to change legs. Branches that trigger a build on commit. PRs. Okay, queues. Stage eng pipelines test integration helix. Test runs. Yes, integration LSP debug. Eng pipelines, test integration helix. Pipeline. Test integration helix. Build Windows job, Windows jobs. Reheat rate run tests. This temporary step until the actual test run moves to Helix. Use.NET. Bash script. Batch script. Use.NET. PowerShell. Run integration tests. Publish tests, results, publish build artifacts. And eng build PS. Or for my purpose, build as h, I guess. Make bootstrap build, Roslyn command. Stuff. MS build. Get compiler test assemblies. Code analysis. Compiler server. Include. And run tests. Maybe I should read this one. So this sounds nice. Working with code. So in the command git clone Roslyn git run restore and build working Visual Studio Code, install SDK, blah blah, extension global. You can build from Visual Studio Code by running build task. Okay, you can launch Visual Studio Code instance, running tests. To run all tests in a single project, recommend to use .NET test command. Debugging test failures. The best way to debug is using LLDB with the source plugin. The same. Yeah, I think that's not true for the language server itself. More for the rest of the Roslyn stuff here. The build correctness like adjusted the latest code in .NET Roslyn can be used to build .NET Roslyn. Essentially, our compiler can bootstrap itself. Okay. Maybe this developing language features. I think. Okay, language features is meant the programming language. Bootstrap builds. Goal is that contributors can create and discuss feature suggestions without needing to have everything fully figured out. Feel free to file a new GitHub issue or start the discussion. Proposals. Getting issues championed by the IDE team. Now we're ready with cloning. Let's just put the stash stuff here. So, failed. Loading assemblies, code analysis, Visual Studio Language Services Dev Kit. Resolve type Roslyn language protocol initialized parameters. Microsoft Code Analysis Language Server Unit tests failed. Test error protocol conversions. Create file watch request. File watch. Reformat exception failed. Create URI from original string. So wait. We have here create async, cache directory, test output logger. Interesting, so some of Go definitions work and some not. Exception. Was the protocol conversions? Which line was that? $210. Here it fails on 91. 91. Here. Okay, but I guess this test should be run on Windows, right? That looks like a Windows path. What was that? Build restore. Let's actually try this out. If this would work. Yeah, that's how restore. I think this would try to compile everything, right? I don't want to build everything. Build solution, Roslyn solution. whole solution. Quite big. Okay, just wondering if they ever run the tests on Linux. Full name netcore public. That's all Windows machines, right? Pipelines official. Repositories, scheduled stuff, variables, groups. Tools. So even here, all Windows machines. Unix. Nothing with Unix in here, so. So maybe the build works then. Yeah, don't think so, right? Because restoring didn't work, so build will also not work. Maybe if we have something like help here, maybe we can pass in something else. Run unit test on the core short. minus test. Run only the compiler unit tests. Run unit tests with the operation test hook. Building in CI. Building using bootstrap compilers. Run analyzers during boot operations. Simulate building for source builds. Solution to build default is compiler. So F. Build, rebuild, sign, configuration. So yeah, well, I think that's fine. This one thing could not work under Linux. Yeah, let's find a place where we can place our unit tests. Common language server protocol. Some program we have command line parser. I wonder if this is tested here in any way. Dev-kit dependency path. What's the default of that? So the other thing I could also check, what's everything needed for the LSP to work is maybe to look into the package distribute. This means restoring the packages. But they are available. Azure DevOps feed. The package name is platform name. There is also Microsoft Code language neutral package that should work on any platform, so it doesn't have testing. There is also Microsoft language package, but it is no longer updated. It should be considered deprecated. Okay. If you're taking a dependency on the package, I recommend saving them to your own feed, as versions are not kept around forever. We don't have any explicit instruction on consuming the language, so but hopefully the C# extension code that consumes it may be helpful. We're restoring the packages, starting the server. Razor dev kit, Roslyn dev kit, Roslyn. So this dev kit is somehow needed too. Line tools for NuGet, including Visual Studio extensions, command line tools, and MS Build support. They've attempted to copy files to output directory during design time build. Only copy devkit assemblies for unit tests when doing a real build. Devkit. Okay. This was how to install it. Create the language client and start the client. Default solution of project. Choose Start the server. Telemetry. Extensions, paths. Additional extension paths. Extension plugins. C# extension loads. .NET Roslyn server paths. There are multiple DLLs which are loaded as it seems. Get dependency path, get C# dev, get export args. Roslyn dev kit. Is this dev kit? Does it have another license? Dev kit. DevKit builds on the same foundation as Visual Studio. For some of its functionality, it used the same license model as Visual Studio. Okay, this means it's free for individuals as well as academia and open source development. Same terms that apply to Visual Studio community for organizations. The C# DevKit is included with Visual Studio Professional Enterprise subscriptions, as well as GitHub code spaces. For full terms and details, see license terms. So this one is not completely open source, right? It's open source, but not with an open source friendly license. But there is a part of that installs DevKit, the C# extension, and .NET install tool will automatically be installed. C# extension. Base language support for C#, and I guess this one is with MIT license. How to use OmniSharp. If you don't want to take advantage of the great language server features, you can revert back to using OmniSharp by going to the extension settings, use OmniSharp, features, refactorings, navigation, which I go to definition, find all references, IntelliSense, write code with auto-completion. auto completion should work. And documentation, follow C# tutorial, step-by-step instruction, building, simple. Okay. Recommended install. While it's possible to use C# extension as a standalone extension, we highly recommend devkit. If working on a solution that requires version prior to .NET 6 or non-solution based project, install .NET Framework Runtime, MSP tooling. So use modern .NET false and use .NET to true. Okay. Roslyn LSP. That provides rich language support for C# and is shipped along with devkit powered by language server protocol server. This extension integrates with open source components like Roslyn and Razor to provide rich type information and faster, more reliable C# experience. So what's in their devkit? Don't have this information. It's hard to understand how to use this outside of Visual Studio Code. I'm not familiar with Visual Studio Code plugins and how they are structured. So it's hard to find a place where this differentiates. So I guess this one is default Roslyn server. Right. So maybe we can see what's here. For language server. Got analysis language server neutral. That's the old one. Neutral is the new one. Can we see what's in the package? And do we have to download it? Let's download it so we can save it. Okay. Just want to save it. Okay, maybe I do it. Not sure if this is a browser issue. Try that on Chrome. So it works on Chrome. It could be either an issue or maybe it's an issue in Cosmic, not sure. Okay. But actually, close this. Files. Downloads here. Language server, right? And today, let's back that here. Resources. We have the content here, language server neutral. All that stuff. So we could try to run this. Just rename it to access code on a language server. This. It pull it in here. Just paste it in here. In the content, language server, not. Come on, let me copy this here. We could try. No, I cannot run it because this does not support the pipe parameter. Yeah, I mean, I could run it, but I have to work around this. Just wanted to test if I am missing something, some DLS or something for the code completion. Or maybe there's something else broken for me. Let's open up the edit config. This is where I put the server stuff in. So maybe I'm just referencing the wrong directory. This is artifacts bin. Maybe when I take this neutral. Everything from artifacts. From here to there. So let's actually test this one. So let's start server. So nothing changed. And everything else works pretty good, so it seems maybe that I have to enable more features. Mhm. So those are the features that I tried to enable. And here we had a reference where to find all of them. Maybe we can find also what he has enabled in his NeoVim config. Okay, let's search. Let's search for something which could be in there in his config. So let's say this thing. Does it show any completions at all? Does it show completions for other language servers? It should just work. It should remove capabilities in opts because I'm actually setting them automatically if you have any. Yes, the capabilities were the problem, thanks. Good, I just reopened the issue because I want to check why this happens. We couldn't reproduce with your config anyway. It's fixed, so I'm closing. Provide regex completion. Do I have here on completion side? Just copy this part and then compare it to what we have here. Portlands we did already. Enable reference. Okay, this is in their background analysis. It's all in, also in there. We have the completion, suggestions, regex, and item from unimported namespaces. Okay. This can be also removed. And inlay hints. We have 12 of them. Another 12 of them. So we have this one also in there. Capabilities. No. I think that we I should use it already here. Should already work. Capabilities from there. But we can for sure add them. Still config capabilities. And maybe I also update link here. So let's start in programs, yes. Then start our Roslyn server. Let's see if we have to adopt something here. the setup. We have options. Get LSP capabilities. Default list of enabled providers. Allow extending the provider's area elsewhere in your config without having to redefine it. We have map, then appearance. Appearance. Find icons. Use NVIM CMPS default true. Sets a fallback highlight groups to NVIM highlight groups useful for when your team doesn't support Blink compile. Will be removed in the future release. Add font variants. Example usage for disabling the snippet provide after processing trigger characters. Buffer. LSP provider. Auto brackets enabled through signature documentation. File type. Sources default LSP. Static list of providers to enable or a function to dynamically enable disabled providers. Fuzzy. Experiment signature help support signature enable. So signature, get signature here. Oh, I didn't know that you can configure the module of the type above. Just copied it, but never looked at it. So enable sources snippets. Missing required fields in type. Enabled sources. Here at extend sources default. So signature enable fuzzy. It for now documentation. Trust whether the documentation window will be automatically shown when selecting a completion item. Auto show true. Yeah, true. Also true. Displays a preview of the selected item on the current line. Prefix, so completion. Prefix, fill fuzzy match on the text before the cursor. This is the default. Full will fuzzy match on the text before and after the cursor. Regex. Okay. Trigger. Show in snippet. Show in keyword. Show in trigger character. Show in block trigger character. LSP can indicate when to show the completion window via trigger characters. However, some LSPs ETS server return characters that would essentially always show the window. We block this by default. Okay. Or a function like show on blocked trigger characters function. Blocked one. If I type markdown, then vim list extend blocked. When both this and show on trigger characters are true, will show the completion window. Both this and show on trigger character. It's true will show the completion window when the cursor comes after a trigger character after accepting an item. That's it, I guess. Completion accept signature. Wait. Did I edit it to the wrong completion? Here, accept. Menu. Documentation. Signature. So signature and fuzzy is outside. Documentation was inside of the completion part here. This is completion is outside of appearance. And completion is here. The highest level, then we have keyword, trigger, accept, menu, documentation, and ghost. Menu accept, list, trigger. We don't need this part, it's inside here. Let's try it out. Maybe it was just a wrong configured plugin. Yeah, just for now. Let's add another plugin. Konfigurieren. LSP kind. What was that? Lazy. I think I removed it already. So there is no going back. Let's remove other things here. Clean program and start server again. So somehow it works here for a couple of things, but not after that. Accept documentation goes to keyword list menu and trigger. Documentation. Auto brackets enable boolean true. System. Can I pass the current directory? Current working directory for the sub process. Let's actually do it like this and pass in to the options. And working directory as following. Maybe it's just that. So whatever it is, currently don't want to work. But yeah, I think I would let it be for now. And just push this change. so that this thing should compile. Like the test that was failing should be fixed. Fix unit test. And then I think we will ask the maintainers on how to proceed there. The pros won't be cut off close in them. Target stop server if no option is select ignoring project. Oh, now with Blink. Oh, right, a bad issue shortly, but when using Blink instead of not getting a spec from Roslyn, did you try latest Blink version with default configs to see if that works? I've disabled and installed Blink and it seems to work. It really messed something up. Doesn't clean, seems to have brought it all back to life. Without redefining it. Default list of enable providers defined so that you can extend it elsewhere in your config without redefining it via opt extend. Experimental auto breaks support. Not clean, not built. example. Green. Not green. Build. Then LSP path snippets buffer. Yeah, we'll try this last thing here, I think. What I also could try here is maybe uninstalling Blink. Lazy. Update the rest. 2. Let's actually open up this here. It's the server. So it's still not working. Semantic tokens wiki entry needs to be updated. Semantics token. Yeah, I don't remember which exact switch moment. It's now a method on the meta table, so the semantic highlighting snippet needs to be updated to work with it. This entry point. Okay. Okay, so this part I will do it on a later, later stream. Let's just finish maybe the PR and ask the maintainers if we can add something there. It's .NET Roslyn. Or actually I can think I can go over my profile here. Yes, the PR. Test run was aborted. Recent test host process crashed. Okay. Merging this pull request may close the session. Yes, okay. Yeah, let's just ask into Joe. Joe Robbie. I like to write some tests for this, but didn't find the right place. Right. How to write it? I like to write some notes for this, but didn't find let's maybe ask if there are tests necessary for this. We need some tests for this. Can find any tests in the repo, and I had also some issues to run the tests on Linux machine. Linux machine. Are they supposed to work on Windows? Going to review. Advanced. And then let's see if we need to adjust stuff. So that's it for today. And I hope we can merge it soon and test it on NewVim. But yeah, it seems that it already works, so the messages are coming in and out. So the completion problem, maybe we can solve it with another plugin, or maybe look into it next time and debug what's going wrong there. So yeah, if this is a problem with Blink or whatever it may be. So then close the stuff, and yeah, see you in the next stream.